He can spit, man. And
doing it at that
punchline
level.
game is crazy, man. Punchline game is super crazy.
And that funeral album, it got kind of glazed over, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because that shit was actually good.
I think it does get kind of looked over, and I think that's just because like our working with even just being in education for 10 years, like, and some of my students are now grown. Former students are now grown. Like they didn't really, it's like they didn't rock with Wayne. Like they ain't hate him. You know what I mean? But it was like okay, like nah, Dirk is better, or like something like that. So it was like like it's definitely gonna get looked over. Now as opposed to what it did.
But I wonder how those same anybody that was saying that, I wonder how they feel now. Because Wayne, low key, Wayne has been on another one of those runs that we used to see. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 decades ago. He's been on another one.
Yeah.
He is literally murdering everything right now.
Yeah. He's snapping, man. He's definitely snapping. That's for sure. Yeah. So
yeah, he's one of our rock stars, man.
That's for sure. I'm a Cole fan, though.
Oh, man. I mean, I think you could make an argument for Cole too.
Yeah, Cole, that's fine.
I think you could make an argument for Cole being the greatest.
I rock with Cole tough. But I've been like who I feel like has been like body and shit like for like the past 2 years, features and all that. 21 Savage.
I love 21.
Man.
He don't fit the mold of what we deem to be like a great rapper, but
he's just evolving though. Like from what I was listening to him too when he like when he was in that mixtape, and he just, I think he just evolved.
He definitely has evolved,
and that's what I look at. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, he nice. Like he nice.
He is, and being around Drake definitely helped.
Yeah,
made a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely like 21 a lot. I've liked 21 for a long time.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I mean, I think personally, if you're talking like, oh shit, there I am. If you're talking just purely skill set, remove numbers, remove impact, remove any of that. You're talking purely just rap skill set. I don't think there's a better rapper on the face of the planet than Royce the 5'9".
Oh yeah,
I think Royce the 5'9" he'll out rap anybody.
Yeah, he's very nice, and see, he got that like perfect combination, right? Like because I like like of course I like raps you can just kind of like you got to break down, and of course, but I also like raps that are simple too, and I feel like because you can just get the message. Sometimes I don't feel like trying to break it down to get the message. I like it delivered, and I think Royce the 5'9" like. It's like all of it in one. Like he can give you all of that. You know what I'm saying? Where like you can really understand what he's saying, and it's just like so dope.
He can give you that compound syllable rhyme scheme that he just got you like, what the? How the fuck did he do that?
Yeah.
And then he can give you like just the basic like. And I think the thing about Royce for me is that within the last like 5 years, he became extremely introspective, where he just started talking about things that he didn't used to talk about. Like he started addressing his alcoholism. He started addressing his family issues, his issues with his own father, his issues with being a father, his issues like that. Book of Ryan. I don't know if you've heard the album, but Book of Ryan to me is a perfect album.
Oh, I'm gonna have to tap into that one.
Perfect, sure. Front to back, and and like you just said, he gives you all of it, front to back, all of it.
That's crazy. I'm definitely gonna have to tap into that. Like I'm a guy that I'll put my headphones in and just drown out the music.
For sure.
Like that's what I do.
Yep. We're rocking. Okay. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I'm your host, Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. Follow us everywhere at Live on Lake Street. Special guest in the building. The #1 food.
Not a food critic.
Food. I wanted to make sure food.
I'm just a foodie.
Food eater guy. So we got Javon, the black foodie travel guy, man.
Yeah.
Welcome.
What's up?
So man? I'm going to address the elephant in the room because I think it's easier. We already did this once, and we had some technical difficulties. So now we're back. So I like people to know that actually because that I feel like it's takes away. I don't want to seem like it's disingenuous. Like,
Oh, no.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
people start to
yeah.
catch on. I don't like that shit. So you were here, you're back, and I'm actually glad because we had a little time in between the first interview and this one, and you just continue to grow.
Yeah,
It's just going. Like your following is getting bigger. Your your output still going.
yeah,
The consistency's still there. So talk to me about. I mean, let's kind of start back. Was it a couple months ago you were here?
Yep, something like that.
How have things grown since then?
I mean, just like I've been learning a lot, you know what I'm saying? So like that's like every day I'm doing this, I'm just continuing to learn more.
Yeah.
And I'm continuing to be more appreciative of the people who wanna, work with me and don't, look at me really as competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's really it. Like I'm just taking it in. I'm still taking it in.
Yeah, for sure. So is your biggest platform for this, what you do, is it TikTok?
It's TikTok, yeah.
That seems to be like there's a lot of people doing things with food on TikTok.
Yeah,
it's where people go to get their information, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is, and I think that one thing like my handle, Black Foodie Travel Guy, is so easy to search. If you search foodie, you search travel guy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so easy to search, and so people come across it. But yeah, there's a whole foodie community out here in Minnesota, so it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Can you tell me like why do you not want to be known as a critic? What is that like? What's the significance of not wanting that?
Well, so first of all, what I may not like, you may love, and second of all, I like to do like family owned, minority owned, smaller, businesses, and I have a big influence. I don't want to influence people not to go there because that's like taking $1 out of somebody's pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to do that. So if the food is something is like nasty to me, you won't hear me say it's good in the video, but you won't hear me say it's nasty. You know what I'm saying? So it's just things like that. Though.
So you don't want to hurt people's bottom lines.
Mm-mm.
And you're right. Like food is specific to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there are things that I might not like that you love. Like I don't really like fish. You like fish?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't big on fish. Like
okay, so that was bad. That was a poor choice. But I don't like. You like tomatoes?
I love tomatoes.
See, I hate tomatoes.
Okay.
So you put tomatoes in something, I'm not gonna like it. But you put tomatoes in something, you will like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I actually think that's commendable. But there are a lot of people out there that don't do that.
No,
they like they look to almost hurt people.
Only thing I'm really a critic of is customer service. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't give me good customer service, I just won't give you no content. And I take that as of course I could tell people I didn't get good customer service, but you never know what kind of day somebody's having. So
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you just won't get no content. Maybe I'll come back, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, you tell them privately?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you'll go to them and be like, hey, just so you know, like I'm not gonna bash you, but today was not
it wasn't great. Yeah. But sometimes like at one point in time I wasn't showing my face in my videos.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't come in with this sweater on, and so sometimes some people don't even know it's me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Because sometimes, most of the time, I'll say 3/4 of the time, I'll stop through I'll stop through and get some food so I can just know what I want before I actually go in there and start getting content.
Got you.
So.
Yeah. Is Minnesota your biggest base? Like your biggest following is Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
Where's number 2?
Like Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm so appreciative of that though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I see so many people who, move away from Minnesota and they're just like people are just discouragers here in Minnesota. Like as far as like just putting it down. Like why don't y'all just try to encourage people? That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does. Sometimes it does feel a little overwhelmingly Haiti here
because I tell you, I travel a lot, and when I go out of town, I be like, yeah, we live back there in the city. We live back there in Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even be trying to put it down. I tell people, I try to lift it up when I'm out of town. And I think that when you go out of town and I know, right? When you go out of town and you meet people from like Chicago, Atlanta, South Carolina. They big, they big, they hometowns up.
Of course.
They don't be like it's lame there, you know, but Minnesota is like it's lame there, but that's weak to me.
That's like the I feel like that's the Eminem 8 Mile thing. It's like we feel like y'all look at us like we're corny or like we're trash, so we're gonna get ahead of it and talk about ourselves before you can.
Yeah.
And I don't think people really think about us at all, to be honest. I don't think a lot of people outside of Minnesota think about Minnesota.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's wild.
So we don't gotta do that. And maybe they would think about Minnesota more if we headed out of town and talked good about Minnesota.
Right.
And there really ain't nothing bad to say. Like this is a great place.
Great place.
Like
besides the winter, besides the cold, that's it. But like other than that.
And and it depends on who you are, because I like the winter.
Oh, okay.
I like it. That's part of the reason that I've never even thought about moving out of Minnesota, is because to me it's perfect with the weather. I feel like once I start to get tired of one season, boom, next up.
Yeah, I hear you on that one.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like we get to experience all of it. We get to have all of it.
That's a fact.
I actually like that aspect. And I know other people do too. I know some people hate it. Some people love everything but the cold.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, I embrace it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said Chicago is like your second biggest. Where's your favorite place to eat? Is your favorite place to eat Minnesota? Or what city, state has been your best experiences?
You know, it's so crazy. I would say my best experience of eating would probably be the Bay Area.
Okay.
DC has some great food. Washington, DC has great food. Of course, Chicago. Texas, Houston has great food. You know, so.
You been to Trill Burger yet?
I've been to where?
Trill Burger?
No, I haven't though. But you know what? I want to go there.
It's got to be on the list.
Go there. Yeah. When I touch back down in the H, I'm gonna go there. My brother live out there, so.
For sure. Oh, easy then. Your brother been there yet?
No, he ain't been there.
Okay. No. So you gotta get out there. You and brother gotta get over there for sure. Hopefully, it seems like Bun is always there.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I could get up in there, you know, tap in with him for sure.
Yeah, that would be major for the channel too, right?
It's a fact. Yeah,
that would be crazy. What's your bucket list? Like, what's the place aside from like Trill Burger? What's the place you want to eat that's like is on your list? You have to get to.
Man,
could be out of the country. I don't know.
Man, you know what? Like, when it comes to the food, you know, and like what I see, and I kind of want to go to this. It's a food truck in Cali, all flavor, no grease. Man, he looked like he be cooking up some different. I mean,
how do you find this? Like, how do you?
I just be online searching and stuff like that.
So your algorithm probably heavily leans towards food spots,
and I don't mind putting myself out there too. So like, you know, like I've connected with dude, the food truck. All flavors, no grease.
Got you.
And so, you know, I don't mind putting myself out there, like reaching out. You know what I'm saying? So some people just see that and they hit me back. And once again, I'm always appreciative of that. So
yeah. You know. Have you had like any negative reactions to your videos? Like people, like restaurants, get upset with you for things that you said or didn't say or anything like that?
I don't. It's not that I know of realistically, because I'm always like, whenever I tap in with a restaurant, I always like try to tap in with the owner or the manager. And usually I let them see the video before, you know what I'm saying? Just in case, because it's not even because of what I say or what I think about it. I just don't want to say nothing that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like something factual that's wrong. Like I don't want to say they're open on Sundays and they're not really open on Sundays.
Gotcha. You want to make sure you have all the information correct.
Right.
Yeah. Now that's smart and diligent. I'm wondering if that's going to become a problem for you though, because as this continues to grow, that might become an overwhelming thing to have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like as a content creator myself, I know that what goes into creating content.
Yeah. You know what it is? It probably will be, but I think I'm gonna just continue to stay true. Yeah. You know, just like I said, the whole Famous Dave's thing. You know, they offered a bag, and I was just like, I can't do it. I don't eat pork. Like,
they wanted you to do the pork sandwich.
Yeah, like I don't eat pork.
Was that? I mean, did you waver on that at all?
You know, like what happened was
that's Famous Dave's, and they got a bag for you. That had to be a little difficult, right?
What happened was like at first it was just like when they sent me the email, it was like a sandwich, and I kind of didn't really think about it being pork.
Yeah,
and it was like, okay, boom, what's your budget? Sent them that, And then it was like, okay, bet. And then I seen like the whole thing pork sandwich, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Can't do
I
it.
don't even like. I can't do it. And I'm such a genuine person that even if I don't really like it, it's hard. Like if I don't like it, like if I don't really eat it, it's hard for me to even be genuine on a video. Like it's hard for me to go around it. Like
that's rare, man. You're a rare human being, because that's most of the internet these days is people not being genuine. And
no, that's a fact.
And it's unfortunately it works.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like putting on a show.
That's true.
So that's amazing. So have you ever had pork before?
You know what? I have, maybe as a kid growing, but I don't remember it. Like, you know, but I think I never really liked it. But I ate a sausage or something, like a breakfast sausage or something when I was a kid.
Is it a religious thing or what is it?
Nah, I just never liked it. Like, to keep it a buck, like, you know how, like you say, you was like influenced as a kid, like, you know, by Pac. I'll go to a petting zoo and I see a live chicken, I see a live turkey and stuff like that. And my teacher's like, doesn't that look good to eat? Me as a 6-year-old, I'm like, no, that does not look good to eat. So I was always a picky eater growing up. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you do eat chicken.
Yeah, I eat chicken every now and then. I'm not big on chicken, but turkey, I do eat turkey, but I usually stay away from it.
What is your favorite dish? Like your favorite food? Hold on. Let me rephrase that. What would your death row meal be?
I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna have to be some junk. It's gonna have to be like some tacos. Some tacos for real. And meat well seasoned though. The meat gotta be well seasoned.
What kind of like chicken tacos or?
Nah, I'm cool with some birria tacos.
Okay.
Or you could do the ground beef one, but I'm cool with some birria tacos. The meat just gotta be well seasoned.
Okay.
That's the problem with the birria tacos.
So you going tacos? What are you drinking with it?
Man, I'm gonna just drink me a ginger ale.
The Schweppes?
Nah, the Canada Dry.
Canada Dry. Okay. Canada Dry. You don't like the Schweppes?
Schweppes is cool.
All right. But the Canada Dry is the one. What's for dessert?
Either I need some cheesecake.
Man,
that's my guilty pleasure.
That's my shit too. That's mine too. What kind of you like? The strawberry cheesecake, New York? Like what kind of cheesecake?
Either the strawberry or the regular, or
just the regular
classic.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have the strawberry. Yeah. Strawberry's plus, but yeah, I'm with you. Cheesecake's probably that's my favorite shit too.
Love me some cheesecake.
That's the death row meal. What else? What do you feel like we're missing something with the death row meal?
Yeah, I mean,
you got to have a side with the tacos. What's the side?
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't even maybe some macaroni or some baked mac and cheese.
Yeah.
With those some yams in there a little bit too.
Okay.
The yams got to be on the softer side.
Okay.
Though, so I could mix them together. You know
I'm not mad at that. And you also cook, right?
I mean, I get down a little bit, but my lady, my fiance, she gets down. So and it's hard to even cook at home with what I do now. It gets overwhelming. So usually, like I eat a lot of fruit. I love fruit.
And I assume you really don't have to eat at home. There's probably is there a heavy demand out there for you to come eat at spots?
Yes.
How is it to the point where it's overwhelming sometimes or?
Very overwhelming. It really is. Like sometimes there is sometimes I have to take a day off. Like I'd be like, I can't come tomorrow. I can come the day after tomorrow just because I need to chill. It's getting, and I always got to bring somebody with me too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can't eat all of this and it just gets too overwhelming.
So what's the typical, give me a typical rundown of what it's like when you go to a restaurant to create content? Like, how does it, what from start to finish, how does it go?
First of all, so when we already locked in, as soon as I get there, I kind of get footage of the outside.
So you're filming from the step out of the car. As soon
as I get out the car, yeah. But then once I go in, I immediately got to find my point of contact. And then recommended dishes.
Cameras rolling the whole time?
Nah, the camera won't be rolling the whole time, but that's about to change though.
About to have a camera.
That's about to change. Yeah, that's about to change.
Yeah.
But recommended dishes. Is there anything specific that you want me to point out? How long you guys been open? Just things like that. We talk about things like that. And usually I have somebody with me. And so I be needing that person, hey, just remember some things that I may not remember, you know. And yeah, we get seated, and then I kind of catch the vibe, with the camera, because I just go out, I'm basic. I just go out there with my phone.
Yeah.
you know.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah, just go out there with my phone. That's it. And I got a little light too, but that's it. You know, get around the restaurant, get the little vibe, get the menu and things, not wait for the food. And then, you know, it's funny. You go to eat with a food content creator, that food come out, it's gonna be a while before you eat.
You got to get everything on camera before you can start digging
it's gonna
in.
be. Well, I got to get every angle. For real.
That's interesting.
You gonna be sitting and waiting for about 5 to 10 minutes because I gotta get every angle. Yeah, straight up.
So are you, when you're doing that, are you you're filming and narrating?
Nah, I do a voiceover.
So you do the narration afterwards.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's another benefit actually for you is you have a good narration voice.
Yeah.
You do.
Man, people tell me that. So you know what I've been honestly, like what I've been in the works of doing is and I just started doing it too, like because my brother had put me on. You know, you watch First 48, right?
Mhm.
Man, from episode 1, it's always that same voice,
Yep.
you know, like narrating through the whole thing.
Yep.
So I've been like getting in touch with some people about like, you know, like, hey, if y'all on Food Network or something like that, like, you know, I can be that guy, you know, to narrate through the show every now and then. You know, you make
For
a little
sure.
bag off that. You know
some of these guys, that's like their main bag.
Mhm.
Who's Liev Schreiber does the voiceover for all of NFL film shit.
Oh, okay.
I know he's getting a big bag for that.
Gotta be, man.
Yeah, for sure. Now that's that could be a whole nother gig in its own.
Yeah.
You could be out here narrating animal shows.
Come on now, something like that, straight up.
Have you on Animal Planet talking about the migration of the whatever flamingo or something? Yeah.
But it's just like when you like even getting in touch with these people, or just like even a bigger company in general. So like Perkins, or like I'll tell you this Perkins story pretty much, right? So they hit me up. This was probably like 10 months ago. And I'm like, you know, you're a $1 billion company, or maybe heavy millions, you know, but
Perkins probably billions.
Right,
Probably.
exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I would
right?
think, but maybe
I'm like,
not.
okay, well, I'll do it, right? But you're just gonna offer me free food? Like, no, I'm a decent man. I don't try to get over on nobody, and this is what I do. So, you know, I send them my rates, like, you know what I'm saying? And we got to talking back and forth, and I was like, I can't do it. Like, you think free food and a couple of coupons is gonna no, you know what I mean? Like,
Need that bag.
Need the bag. And that's why I respect. I don't even like Famous Daves like that, realistically. I'm not gonna lie. But I respect it though, because
they were ready to pay your rent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna say I don't like, I'm just not big on them. Like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And hey, to be real, Famous Daves, y'all kind of fell off. They used to be better.
Yeah.
And now they're doing they're changing all their restaurants. Like they tore down their big restaurants and now they're building the little express ones.
I just can't do the corn and the mac and cheese.
Mm.
That throws me off, man. And the corn and the cornbread. But yeah, they, you know, it's bogus for people to even think like that though. Like, you know, like especially when you got it like that. And there are like spots that are way smaller than Famous Dave's, you know, like it's spots that have 4 or 5 locations. They pay me.
Paying your rates.
They pay me and they don't mind doing it. You know.
So. Yeah, and it's a drop in the bucket to a place like Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
And so Perkins declined. They said, never mind. Did they reach out to you?
Yes,
they reached out to you and they offered you some pancakes and some orange juice and said, come
eat.
I
said, I'm not gonna do it unless you pay me.
And they said no.
And they was like, well, we start going back and forth, like, you know, pretty much. Well, how, you know, well, how about that time? How about coupons? And I said, never mind. Like, no, I'm good. Like, we're good on that.
And you know how good it's gonna feel when they don't have a choice?
You know what I'm saying?
It's because they're gonna come back.
So I'm good on that, you know. But as far as not charging places like the smaller bit, I don't charge them. I actually come in and I buy the food.
So you determine based on, you know, what they are.
If you're a small business, small, you know, family owned business, I won't charge you nothing. You know, I even offer. I pay for the food, or if I offer, they'll just push it on me like no. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no. Like, and I just leave a tip. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I play it.
But that's really dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. And I think you're right for standing on your business. I mean, it's working, and eventually anybody that declines you is going to probably regret it. Yeah. Assuming you continue and keep growing, and you know they eventually not going to have a choice, right?
No, facts, like for real. And I mean, hopefully, like the foodie community in Minnesota. Hopefully they all see this. Like it's some real good foodies out there. But
yeah,
like I don't know. I be trying to collab, you know what I'm saying, with them. You know what I'm saying? And I be having endless opportunities, you know, but
and they don't want to.
I ain't gonna say they don't want to, but I don't know why it's so
tough. It just don't happen.
It's so tough. Like this shouldn't even be that tough, you know. But it's cool. You know what I mean? Like it's all right. But
maybe it's pressure of consistency.
Who knows, man? But they be on it. I just the spots that they do, I don't really do like that, you know. So they get invited to little event. I get invited to the same events, but I don't go to most of them.
How come?
Well, one is like, you know, like of course I go and get the footage and stuff, but I already know like this spot who was like, you know, they got bread, you know, it's these nice little spots that they brand new openings and stuff. They're about to get a lot of advertisement from the foodie community.
Yeah,
you know. And I just go my own route, you know what I mean? So I'll go there sometimes and I give them a story post and all of that, but you know, if you want the whole video, like I said, it's just like invite is nice and all of that, but you know, like the whole video. Nah.
So then the invite and then the expectation is that you're doing your job for free.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what it is, but they don't ever put that in writing or nothing like that, you know. So
for you, it's just not worth it to even try and figure it out.
No,
that makes sense to me.
Especially if you got the bag to pay a marketing budget.
Yeah,
you know, like because I just think there's so many good foodies. Big Foodie 101. She got like she be snapping, but there's so many good foodies.
She's from here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's so many good foodies in Minnesota to where like if this restaurant got money, they're not even paying them. They just come for free. You know what I'm saying? So they're getting a deal.
Yeah.
The restaurant is getting a deal. They're not this marketing budget. They don't even got to use it. Because if we invite you to this soft opening and give you this free food, you're going to post the video. Well, they not spending no money. And that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And
that's not fair. People, there's some of them foodies, they do this like really full time.
And that's kind of fucking the game up for someone like you who's really standing on business.
Exactly.
So that's got to bother you a little bit. It's like, because it's like, why would I go to him when I could go to them and they'll do it for free?
That's exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't even, you know, I stick with the local family home. Sometimes I'll do the bigger spots and stuff like that. But
yeah. What's your best food as far as traveling? What's your best food experience? Like what city, state that you went to where it was like everything was good, every spot you went was amazing?
Okay. Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland. DC too. Everything was good in DC.
Yep.
But as far as like experience,
that's what I'm looking for. The whole thing.
Experience Dubai.
Dubai. See, that's what I'm looking for.
Get a lot of bang for your buck in Dubai for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing experience. We did dinner in the sky. It was very nice. Amazing experience. Bang for your buck too. It don't really cost arm and a leg.
Because isn't everybody out there just filthy rich?
I mean, yeah, they all invest. That's what they do. They all invest out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even an arm and a leg though. So, you know, it's probably like I think dinner in the sky was like 125 for me and my fiance.
Wow.
Each, right? But it's like that's just a $250 bill, you know, where you go to RH Rooftop, you know, Roof Chris or something like that, or your bill gonna be $300 and you ain't doing nothing but sitting in chairs. You know,
yeah.
You get dinner in the sky. You got the DJ. You get a full course meal, free non-alcoholic drinks.
So you're getting an experience along with it. It's not just getting food. And the food was top tier.
The food was really good.
What was the meal?
I had some. It was like first of all they came out with the salad, and then they came out with the. I know the end was a dessert where that it's like ice cream and this chocolate ball, and they pouring the chocolate on it. Then it just bust open. Yep. And then I think I had some pasta. It was like some ravioli.
Okay.
I forgot what my fiance had. It was something with chicken though, for sure.
Okay.
But it was good to me. Like, and usually like those places where it's nice and like fancy or whatever, or you getting to experience the food, don't be that good. You know, you're paying for the vibe and the experience. Like there's a couple places here. I ain't gonna say no names. There's a couple places here.
I'm glad you said because I was gonna ask you.
That's very nice. But you only paying for the experience. People like the food isn't good there and they cost it, but you paying for the experience. That's what you paying for, the aesthetics and stuff like that. But if the food is good, then it's a win-win.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think.
You see, you gonna look at these places. Oh, it look nice in there. Yeah. Paying for the experience, you know. So that's now what I had there though. It was actually decent, but everybody else was like the food nasty.
Were you in Dubai just for vacation, or were you there for food experiences?
It was my 30th birthday. I wasn't even a foodie when I went to Dubai, and I wish I
was. So you weren't even getting content or nothing. You were just in there just for your birthday. For my birthday. So are you trying to go back? Or not really?
Oh no. I'm trying to go back. No, for sure. Like for real, you know. So
yeah.
And I will be back eventually, but you know.
Is your biggest I guess I kind of already asked that. I was trying to ask the same question in a different way. Kind of.
France, though.
How was France? I heard the food in France is garbage. Yeah. Yes.
Paris. I'm not fucking with Paris.
I heard French food is just not good.
I went to a soul food spot out there, and
they have a soul food spot in France.
I did a video on it too. They was too cool. They collabed with me and everything.
Okay.
But everybody in Paris, like you're not gonna see any like overweight people, none of that. And the reason why is because I go to the soul food spot. I'm like, yeah, let me get the mac and cheese. It's like literally a plate like this big.
So small portions.
They give you small portion. You're not gonna overeat unless you really gonna pay to overeat. You know what I mean? So they give you small portions out there.
We should probably do that here too in America.
Yeah, you know, for sure.
We're getting a little big out here.
So old Mimi is like, hey, straight up though.
Yeah, we're a pretty overweight country.
Nah, for real.
You order the mac and cheese here, they fill that whole boot and throw some bacon in it.
Look, I be trying to. That's the thing, man. Like that is that's the thing too. Like just trying to stay healthy, man. Like the fruit thing I be doing, like that. All this shit is tough.
So do you like do detoxes and stuff?
Man, I do. It'd be like once every 2 months though, like real detoxes though. Like how you sweating and all that.
Do you ever fast?
I don't. I used to though.
Yeah.
But it's so hard with because I ain't go like I said, I make money off this. So whenever it's hard for me not even to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to start making a calendar, like for real, and just make my own little schedule. It's really tough.
Yeah, you might as well start now because it's probably only going to get crazier. I mean, the growth I've seen, has been impressive.
No, straight up though.
Seems like it's only gonna get crazier and crazier.
I just hope that just people that's doing this too, just stay original, man. Original, like for real. It's cool to be inspired, but just keep it.
You see some biters out there biting you a little bit?
I mean, it's cool though. Like, ain't nothing major. I just want everybody to win. That's all. But
yeah,
we all got to be on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be flattering when somebody tries to do what you do, but I think to me, I think the key is because it is hard to find originality today. But I think the key is giving credit, paying homage.
Yeah,
if they're gonna do something that you're doing, then they should let it be known. Like, I'm doing this because I saw them doing this.
Come on now.
You know
what I'm saying? Straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's straight up, man.
Yeah. Give credit. Let people know who inspired you, who influences you, why they're doing what they're doing.
For real.
And then let people decide if they are okay with that.
For real. Because I promise you, man, I'm not hesitant to or Keith Lee, right? That we was talking about in, Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like, dude, you understand? I want to meet that dude so bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he a real, like, from what I see online, real cool dude, man. And he's a food critic, but he's a food critic the right way. You know what I mean?
The first thing I thought when I heard about him, I just recently learned about him. I think it was like last week. They were talking about his experience out in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I thought about what they were saying about him was you. I'm like, oh, that sounds like kind of like he tries really hard not to be disrespectful or hurt somebody's business because of what you just said. Like, if something I don't like, you might love.
He's a full critic, so he'll be like, and he'll be like this, like, that was too sweet for me. So just because it's too sweet for me, I'm gonna rate it a 3 out of 10. But if you like sweets, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10 for you.
Yeah,
that's what he does, and I'm like, that's how it should be done.
Yes, I agree. I think that I agree with you, especially in today's age where negativity is met the way that it's met. You could literally be the demise of somebody's entire business. If your platform is big enough and you are being negative enough, yeah, you could really hurt somebody.
I don't want to be that guy, straight up. I try not to be that guy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that want to be that. They want to do that.
For real, unfortunately. It's just crazy.
Yeah. So we need to support more people like you and like Keith Lee that are doing. I mean, Keith Lee is, I can see you getting to that level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying for sure.
Yeah, I can see you getting there. I mean, how long have you been doing this? Not that long, right?
Nah, maybe like a year and some change.
Yeah.
Like a year and some change. So yeah, it's been a great journey, man. And I ain't gonna lie, like at first, I almost thought about giving up. Like then I ended up dropping a video that I had on my phone for like 6 months or something like that. End up going crazy.
I mean, thinking about giving up, got to go through it.
Yeah.
You have to go through it.
Straight up.
You have to. It's a very important piece because at some point you're going to tell your story and that's going to be a part of the story.
Straight up. I always say, man, like since I was a child, like, there's no such thing as a stress-free life. Because without stress, how would we ever know what happiness is?
Man, that's a fact. I swear to God, that one just hit home. I just had that conversation with my kids last week.
For real.
Got to go through the bad shit because if we don't go through the bad shit, how are we going to know what the good shit is?
Straight up.
You won't be able to identify it. If everything is just good, you won't ever be, you got to go through some negativity.
At all. It makes it worth it, man.
For sure it does.
Like,
for sure. Yeah. I'm always, in hindsight, I'm always grateful that when I go through something terrible, in hindsight, I'm always grateful that I went through it.
No, that's a fact.
Always. Might take depending on what it is, it might take a little more time for me to get there, but I always end up there at some point.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, it makes you more appreciative. Like,
sure.
like, because I ain't trying to go back that way no more.
That's a fact. And it's learning, and you got to learn from it. That's the biggest key is learning from everything. Everything, all the bad shit, got to learn from it. And then when you get real good at it, then you can start to learn from other people's bad shit.
Straight up.
Be like, that person went through that. I'm going to avoid that.
Straight up, man.
Right.
I've been doing that, kind of like surrounding myself around people who just like grow. Like it don't matter where they was at in their life, like if one of my best friends, he's been sober for about a year and some change now.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah. And his name is Chris Ross. He owns a movement company, Ross Moving Minneapolis, and he's doing his thing, man. And like I just be so proud, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and everybody around me that's just growing, like I'm always just so proud and uplifting. Call me a leech or whatever, but when they make it to the top, they can't say I wasn't there. Genuinely, for real.
Yeah, and anybody that knows that battle with addiction and alcoholism is no joke, and it's an everyday thing.
Straight up.
That ain't just some shit. It's an everyday thing.
Straight up.
So when somebody tells you I've been sober for 10 years, don't think it's just easy for them because it's been 10 years.
That's a fact.
It's not. That shit is very real.
That's a fact.
Very difficult. Do you feel like you'll ever need to move out of Minnesota to do this job?
Man, you know what? It would be cool too, but I don't think I will. But it depends on what my fiance want to do.
For sure.
But I don't think I
mean,
will.
if the streets come a call and there's a bag out there in Atlanta or in Cali or
that would be like the main reason.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yep.
If there was something called, you know what I'm saying? But if they out here though, shout out to Amtrak, hopefully we jump in and do more business, so
you are the travel guy, so
yeah,
just keep traveling. You ain't got to move, just keep traveling.
No, that's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
So me and Amtrak, we just did something like I did all the filming a while ago, but they just start dropping a series. But
you went Amtrak?
Yeah.
Is this food related or not?
Food related, yeah.
So you were trying the meals on an Amtrak train?
So what happened is, right, they put you they gave me like a room on the train and all. That was my first time taking a train to Chicago. So they pretty much paid for my vacation, pretty much the train ride, of course, the hotel rooms. When I got to Chicago, they take you to minority owned business or food spots, and I got to try them. You know, talk to the chef, and I was like hosting the show.
So they were your transpo. They were your transportation, and they got promo in the food. Wow. See, man, I hope people are paying. I hope people are paying attention to shit he's talking, because that's different right there.
And see, I wish I would have known right when I was talking with them. They said, "How much do you want for a day?" I'm like, "Give me like
$7 million."
Look, I said, and this is like my first like big like thing. So I'm like, just get 1,300 would be cool, right? They was like, okay. Like no nego. I'm thinking that'd be too much. Like, okay,
I got a new pocket I'm watching.
They said
I'm watching a new pocket.
Look, they said they need me for 3 days. They said we'll just give you $4,000. And I was like, man, had I would have known that, I would have been like, you know what, I actually need 2,500 for a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have said way more, but it was like no negotiation. It was just like, okay, cool.
Hey man, congratulations to you. And just know, I'm watching them pockets.
Man, look,
you said
I'm a hardworking man. So
you deserve it.
Because I work hard.
No, you deserve it. I mean, let that everybody watching, let that be inspiration to you. Yeah. That's incredible. The Amtrak story is probably my favorite story.
Yeah,
they didn't have nothing to do with the food. They just wanted to get you to the food.
Yeah,
and get some promo in the meantime.
Exactly.
That's incredible. Next is going to be United Airlines, or well, maybe not. Spirit.
Nah, I can't do that.
No, you can't do Spirit.
Spirit cool though. They be everywhere. I be out the country. I looked at my I said Yellow Plane. I'm like, they here too.
Hey, Spirit needs some good pub. They might come a calling, and they might give you a nice bag.
I hope so.
Yeah,
that's what I would be asking for. Sure.
I like it, man. All right. Well, we got to get up out of here, but it was a pleasure. I'm glad we could redo it. And I think this one was better than the last one.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. Tell them everything. Give them all the information, where they need to find you, follow
Black
you, all
Foodie
that.
Travel Guy on everything. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Soon, YouTube, soon to come. You know, this is going to be on the way. Got some stuff coming up. Just follow my Instagram. You're going to see it.
For sure. At Black Foodie Travel Guy. Follow him everywhere. Check him out. And if you want him to come try your restaurant, hit him up.
Hit me.
And just know that it's not always going to be free, but it might be. You never know. It might be.
Never know.
You never know, but you never know if you don't reach out. And the dollars are probably worth it, man. Yeah. It's gonna bring in dollars. So sometimes you gotta spend a little bit to get a little bit, right?
Straight up.
All right, man. I appreciate your time. That's it. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show, live on Lake Street. I'm your host, Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. Follow us everywhere at Live on Lake Street. That's it. We out.
Yes, sir. I liked it. It was cool.
That was great.
Yeah. It was real cool.